If you two are getting married, then why does Mom need her own room? Asked Denny. Smart little booger, my Denny, thought Quinn. Because, said Quinn right away, hoping to make a quick save so that the children wouldn't find out that her and Fred's engagement was fake. We shouldn't share a room until after the wedding. It's tradition. That's right, nodded Fred, relieved that his fake fiancé was so quick-witted. Now go and think about what kind of furniture you want. All three of you. Mom and I have things to discuss. Run along now. Nora and the children disappeared upstairs, joking about what ridiculous things they wanted to put in their rooms. Fred thought he even heard something about an inflatable T-Rex. They're so happy, noted Quinn, watching them go. They are. Listen, said Fred, leaning back and crossing his legs. We need to talk about schools. There are some safer options, but you might not agree with them. What do you mean? Well, he said, not sure how to express his next idea. St. Martin's is an excellent school, but it's not here in the city, it's upstate. Oh, Fred, said Quinn. We both need to be in the city for work, and that commute would be hellish. That's not exactly how that one would go. The kids would live there. We'd drop them off, and they'd live at the school in the dorms. And it's a top-notch place. They have every conceivable amenity a child would need or even want. On the stairs, Sammy clapped her hand over her mouth. Realizing that she'd left her doll on the dining chair, she was on her way downstairs to get it and return it to Nora. But now, her parents were talking about whether to send the children away. Sammy stayed put, wanting to hear everything. I have never been apart from my children for longer than a day, said Quinn. Not in their lives. Fred, I'm not sending my children to live somewhere else. I'm just not. It really is the safest school. Why do you think I have an entire security staff? I get threats from me and my family about once a month. Part of the territory when you're a public-facing CEO. And that was when there was only one child. Now there are 3. Then hire a bigger security staff, Quinn replied in an acid tone. St. Martin's is the cream of the crop. There are members of royal families from all over the world there. Good for them. I don't care. Sammy ran into the dining room, tears streaming down her little face. Please don't send us away. We'll be good. We'll do extra chores. We'll make our beds every day. Just please. The little girl broke completely into tears and was immediately gathered up in her mother's arms. Sweetie, began Fred, we were just talking about the different options that you might have for going to a safe and friendly school. We haven't decided anything yet, okay? Why can't they just go to the school I put Sammy and Denny in already? It's a nice private school, and Jake has already been there when he was pretending to be Denny. They both really liked it there. And they can still live here. With the money you'll save from not having to send them to St. Martin's, you can hire that extra security. Fred's heart melted, seeing the child cry into her mother's chest with big, heaving sobs. He couldn't bear to make her so sad. Come to think of it, things seemed like they were happy, just the way they were. I think that's a fine idea, Dr. Murphy. We'll do it your way. Hear that, Sammy? You'll just be going right back to the same school. I'm sorry I upset you. I just like to think about all the choices before I decide, you know? Fred picked up the doll from the little girl's chair and handed it to her. Sammy reached out to grab it and gave Fred a $1 million smile. Thank you, Fred, said Quinn, with a new air of sincerity. She then turned to her daughter. We better get you ready for bed. Apparently, all 3 of you have a big day tomorrow. You and Jake will be going back to school, and Denny will be starting for the first time. Except Jake and I will have to stop in the office and explain the situation, Fred laughed. Surprise! Our family tripled in 2 days. Quinn laughed. Aren't you going to kiss him goodnight, Mommy? Asked Sammy. Oh, sure. I sure will, said Quinn, leaning over and laying an awkward peck on Fred's cheek. Good night, honey. Good night, repeated Fred. See you both in the morning. The next morning, after everyone had eaten a hearty omelet for breakfast, cooked by Chef Julian in his new hat, the family left for school together. When they exited the limousine, Fred and Jake went to the office, while Sammy took Denny's hand and led him to their classroom. Hello again, Sammy. Hi, Denny. Good morning, said Mrs. O'Hara, their teacher, with a big smile as she continued to write on the board in front of the class. She's really pretty, whispered Denny to his sister as he sat down at the desk next to Sammy's. A stocky boy with a crew cut approached with a sneer. Ah, will you look at that, said the kid. This guy has to hold hands with his sister to even find his seat. He's stupid. His name's not Denny, it's Dummy. Some of the children laughed while one boy tugged on his sleeve and said, Justin, quit it. Sammy's face turned a bright red as she turned to the big kid, whose name seemed to be Justin. You better leave my brother alone right now, or you'll be sorry.
Hi, Quinn here, and if you're wondering what happens next, click on the link in the description to listen to the full audio series. You can also watch the next episode here in the playlist.